Did you take anything from the set when you left? Was there an object of any kind that you?
We didn't, but somewhere I wish I could have taken a kangaroo. I wish I would have. They were the cutest things ever.
I took the light. I have my lighter.
Yo, you took the lighter. Oh, that's a good item.
Yeah,
that's a good item.
I got sent. Thank you. I think I thanked you, but I got sent the portrait of President Garvey, the painting.
Nice. I was wondering if you were going to get that.
It's very nice.
They gave me a didgeridoo.
I know.
Wait, nobody gave me anything. Oh, no, wait, I took my bike.
Oh, you took the bike?
I took my bike.
Was it in pieces with beads?
Yeah, I made them send it to me. I was like, if I'm going to be naked, I want that bike. Thank you, HBO.
Now everyone in Game of Thrones has to get a bike.
All those brothel girls. There's a lot of them.
Was the season 2 finale designed as a possible series finale? Because at that point you didn't know, am I wrong, that you didn't know whether the show would be picked up for another season or not?
Was it designed that way?
Yeah, that it could be seen as the series finale.
We considered that possibility, for sure.
We designed the second season so that it would have a beginning, middle, and end, but I think that as we were shooting it, you know, our vibe was we want there to be more. And so it's, I mean, Mimi could probably speak more to, she directed that episode as she directed all of our finales, including the one that you just saw. She did premieres and finales.
We knew that there was no sure thing for season 3, so but we were doing this for season 3.
But I never felt it was the end. It just felt like we were in the middle.
Why did you decide to move the show specifically to Australia? Is it because it's the land down under? Does that have something to do with why?
When Tom Spezialy and I first met between seasons 1 and seasons 2, he asked me if I had seen these 2 Peter Weir films, The Last Wave and Picnic at Hanging Rock. And I had seen them back in film school, but he said, you should really rewatch. You may have even given me the DVDs.
When they're in DVD form,
yeah,
yes.
This is back 2 years ago when people still had DVDs. And I watched those movies. They're both set in Australia, and there's just like this very weird, amazing energy around them. There's a reason that they did all those Mad Max movies down there, because there's something kind of apocalyptic.
Justin, I know you love dogs. You have 3 dogs.
Yes.
You have like pictures of your deceased dogs tattooed on your balls.
True.
Clickbait.
Little known fact about Justin is a private, I think Justin has his dogs spray tan so they can be closer. Was it weird, like shooting the dogs, even though?
That was yeah, it was weird. I mean, even though it's obviously we know, it was one of the things that I think a lot of people clicked off in our pilot because we shot dogs. I think that was the first.
Yeah, what is your problem with dogs?
But the beginning of Lost, dog comes running out of the woods, kind of licks Matthew Fox's face, and then they go, dog good. And it was just sort of, I have good feelings about dogs, and Leftovers just wanted to shoot the dog, just to basically say this is a nihilistic world, and that's what it is. But as for what the dogs represent, these other twins that we had in season 1, the Carver boys, they basically have the scene as they're burying the dog with Jill, who's played by Margaret Qualley, incredible actress, and they're saying these dogs went crazy on October the 14th, and the same thing is happening to us. It's just taking a little bit longer for us. So the dogs were sort of representing the other path, the path of insanity, or sort of, shouldn't we all just go running off into the woods? Isn't that what you would do if this really happened?
But I also took it was also that like semblance of like the dog being with that sort of animal that was either running away from or returning to Kevin all the time. Like he had, at the end of season 1, the dog returns. At the very beginning of season 2, he has to surrender his dog. Then in the finale, he gets his dog back, and his dog runs away from him again. So it's this sort of uncatchable, wild thing that he can't ever sort of wrap his arms around.
We probably should have waited until like episode 4 to shoot the dog.
Yeah.
Not like 5 minutes.
It's good advice for young writers.
Yeah.
Shoot the dog after the fall hiatus.